Last time on Corpse Party.
でも知りたいのなら教えます。あの時のこと。
篠崎！
Now let's continue where we left off.
I think. I don't know what she's saying. Huh? What's happening to me? Didn't I pass out? So why am I fully aware right now? I can't see a thing, and I can't move. It's like that feeling you get when you're really tired. Sleep paralyzed, I think. Oh, crap. Where? Why can't I move? Sachiko Shinozaki, the little girl in the red dress, and the only survivor of the horrible murders that occurred in Heavenly Host Elementary School. Following the incident, Sachiko's family fled from the area, moving to another prefecture and escaped the frightful memories that remained her. Strangely, however, I've been unable to locate any other records of the Shinozaki family. No matter where I look, the only information I can find about them comes from newspaper reports on the Heavenly Host murders. Granted, when the elementary school became the stage for a grisly incident such as this, perpetrated by none other than the principal's own son, it stands to reason that the scandal would serve as the primary focus for public interest, with all other details fading into the background. So, of course, after learning that Sachiko was safe, further news of her whereabouts was largely ignored in favor of the media circuit surrounding the school. But there's more of it than that. People weren't just uninterested in learning of Sachiko's history or whereabouts. There was simply no data to be had. Oh, crap. I can't move my body because of sleep paralyzed, I guess. But I can't clearly see the room I'm in now. There's one boy and two girls in here, aside from myself. I recognize them. They're the children who were killed in Heavenly Host during that incident, but they're still alive. Unfortunately, they're all bound hand and foot and just sprawling out on the floor, and so am I. That's the real reason I can't move. Weep, weep. Why? Somebody please save me. Gasp. Oh. No, stop, no, please, no. Her eyes. Oh, God, no, I can't see. Now I'm blindfolded. I can't see a thing that's happening to me. And since my hands and feet are tied up, I can't remove the blindfolds either. Great, what do I do now? That just makes everything so much worse. I guess because I can't see, I begin to listen more intently. Frightened, sobbing. Fudge, I got the hiccups. The helpless cries of the other children echoes off the walls of the cramping room. I'm so scared. It feels like my head's going to explode. What are you doing to me? Why am I blindfolded? Untie me. Cut the ropes. I want to be able to use my hands and feet. Please. Please. pretty, please? I kept begging and pleading, but all I heard in response was the man walking away from me. In order, okay? In order. Okay. Yeah. Oh, God. Money sign and stuff like that. I've never heard screaming like this before. It's pure primal terror cutting through the air like a perfect sine wave. It's the boy at the end. It feels like he's been screaming for an eternity. I think he's being killed right now. No. He's perfectly fine. My God, what the hell is he doing to him? No one deserves this. Why isn't God allowing him to fall unconscious so he doesn't have to suffer? What's God gonna do at a time like this? It's like freaking anti-God in this place. Everyone worships Satan or something. It's been at least a half an hour now. God damn, that's some torture. Those unhuman screams of a young boy being ripped apart from the inside have finally come to a halt. Oh, God. No. Something tells me, yeah, it's probably the girl now. Without even a single moment of silence, the first of the girl in line and the next to scream for her life. And the symphony goes on for probably a half an hour again. What the hell's going on? Gurgle, hick, choke. God, I can't take any more of this. I'm losing my mind. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Why aren't they stopping? I tell them to stop and they keep going at it. It is still going on. Come on, just die already. Die already. God, what is wrong with me? You know what? I don't care. Just get it over with. And leave me in peace. I don't care. Just kill me. Just kill me. That's like when I give up off of a video game. Just kill me. Finally, after hearing a sound like a heavy object being dropped, the noise stopped, and the room grew quiet again. Probably for a second. Thump, thump, thump. Uh-oh. Those footsteps are getting closer. All my hair standing on end at this point. Oh yeah, this is some freaky stuff. Everything below my stomach feels like it's frozen, like I've suddenly been stricken with severe diarrhea. In order. God, why am I relieved by the silence? The kid next to me just died, which means it's my turn now. Oh God. Oh shoot, they already started it? Someone got me by my hair. They're pulling my head now and taking off my blindfold, which means I get to see the face of my killer. It's totally Satoshi and Naomi. They did it. The 4 missing children were found in the basement room at Heavenly Hills Elementary School, unused and unofficially sealed since the building constructed. When authorities entered, they were greeted with an unhumanly horrific sight. Based upon the evidence in hand, the murder weapon was determined to be a pair of large sewing scissors found in the hand of the accused. Investigators suspected some hesitation on the man's part. However, at the deceased victim wounds did not indicate that the full strength had been used. Nonetheless, he had clearly acted with extreme malicious intent. The official's cause of death for the 3 murderers' children had been listed as loss of blood following removal of the tongue. But the actual state of affair was not quite so clinical nor even so pleasant, if you can believe it. The following details have been extrapolated from information previously unreleased to the public, or at least previously unreported by news outlet. These details of the crime are based on the official's police testimony of Sachiko Shinozaki herself. Evidently, the victims were bound, blindfolded, and spaced out on the floor, then killed one by one. One was repeatedly stabbed in the abdomen with the aforementioned pair of scissors, then had many of his internal organs forcefully dug out. His discarded innards were found particularly buried beneath the earthen floor of the basement room. Another was stabbed in the head dozens upon dozens of times, to such an extent that all flesh and bone above her jawlid was essentially minced away. And the third one, with my blindfold removed. The sight that appeared before me was more horrific than anything I could possibly have imagined. The person staring back at me brandished a blood-soaking pair of sewing scissors wasn't the large man from earlier at all. It was one of the children. It was a little girl, her face dyed red with the blood of her victims. Oh, she was staring intensely at me with soulless gray eyes, and then she just started giggling. Snip, snap, snip, snap. You are going to die. Giggle, giggle. She was opening and closing the bloodied scissors over and over again, and the sound kept echoing through the room. Then she took those dull, rusty, thoroughly blood-soaking blades and slowly brought them closer and closer to my left eye. Eek, How? Why? Why is it you? Giggle, giggle. No, no, no. The third victim was stabbed in the left eye and determined numbered of times until her eyeball became soup-like and consistently she was evidently just left like that, slowly bleeding to death in horribly agony. Strangely, it was only after those mutilations had already been inflicted that the killer went back and severed the victim's tongue. Learning the truth about these proceedings, it's shocking, even to me, and make it nearly impossible to act in murder as anything but a monster. And bearing witness to every moment of this was a 7-year-old girl named Sachiko. In many ways, she's the most pitiable and long-suffering of them all. But it was through her tearful, frightening testimony that Yoshikazu Tinigihari was officially charged. Now, going back to the hunt for information on this unfortunate girl whereabout, it was her words that ultimately led to Yoshikazu's sentencing. Therefore, it comes as no real surprise that sensitive information pertaining to her and her family would be withheld. That to be expected. What's not expected, however, is that there's not enough, the slightest trace of this investigation left to mine. It's as if it simply never existed. Therefore, I cannot help but consider alternate possibilities, explanations, and I remind you, this is more conjective. But one question keeps nagging to the back of my mind. Was Yoshikazu Yanagiura really the murderer of the 3 victims? It is possible. The crime was not actually perpetrated by him at all. Think about it. In his final days, Yoshikazu was incapable of communicating with others through speech. And despite his childlike reversion, he'd always been a personal and friendly man. As the saying goes, he wouldn't have hurt a fly. All his relative friends and neighbors confirmed as much, shocked to hear that such a kindly man could commit these uncountable atrocities. Oh my God, I cannot read for crap. Then again, he may simply have lost his mind. Look at his father. It was around the same time that Principal Takiman, suddenly began speaking in tongues and acting in the most peculiar way. Not to mention scribbling incomprehensible gibberish all over his walls as if possessed. He seems frightened of someone who would often be found crouching in the corner of his office, meeting and thrashing when visitors came by. If he could wind up in such a Bellinger state with no warning, then perhaps so too could his son. I believe that we're looking at a curse far more powerful than anything man could devise. From the time it opened its doors to the day it closed them forever. Heavenly Host Elementary School sealed basement room was existed as some form of cursed ground. And to find the underlying cause, we must go back beyond the infamous kidnapping and murder incident. Back a whole 20 years, I believe I may have found a clue that could shed some light in the situation. It may be a bit far-fetched as leads go, but it's a lead nonetheless. Regrettably, since Heavenly Host was not only closed down, but demolished altogether and another school built in its place, it's no longer possible to investigate the basement room directly. But my protege has found what may be the next best thing. Something that could make the impossible possible once more. Preparations are being made to pursue the leads even now. Be sure not to miss the next installment. It may be the scope of a lifetime. Hugh Kibiki to 2037-22. Oh my flippin' God. Oh, that's it? I was about to say, man, this is a really long chapter, but what am I talking about? They're all long chapters. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that one, though. I liked it. Too bad my speaking wasn't that great either, but it was pretty good, besides all that crappy talk of me. Well, I hope you guys liked that video. If you guys did, put a like on there. Don't forget to subscribe to become a legend, and I'll see you guys on the next time. I'm GMJ, and peace out. Just once more, I have to see the sufferings of others. It's the only thing keeping me sane. Looking at dead bodies keep you normal? Holy crap. And I am still sane. I am. I guess if it rose your boat, I guess.